Hey guys, so I made these super cool um, brochures for Meet the Teacher Night that are available on my Teachers Pay Teachers store. And here's how a little story about how that started. My first year, I bought somebody else's Teachers Pay Teachers item that was colored and it had all these succulents. It was so cool. And then I just used them digitally for a couple of years. And this year I decided I would print a few. So I took it to Staples, like no big deal, whoop de doo. Yeah, big deal. Front and back color for 25 copies was like basically $50. And your girl, she just don't got it. So I came home and I was like, now I've got some more experience with slides. I'm going to play around, see what I can do. So I whipped up these black and white versions of the foldable. So these fold like a trifold or just like any other pamphlet. And these are available in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. And there's actually going to be a sale on August 3rd and 4th for 20% off. So list price is $199. I think it's like, I don't know, $150 or something with it. I don't know. I don't teach math. Don't ask me questions. So anyway, this is really cool to me because I can tell everybody everything they need to know. They can have it right quick. I liked when my kids' teachers would do these because I could stick it by the fridge and just grab it, and then it could answer my own question most of the time. And one of the things that I had done on this was to include some QR codes. So if you buy the sample, all this stuff is on there with places for you to write your own stuff. So like where it says social studies, that's blank. So you can make your own categories or whatever, because I teach some weird things. So I don't expect anybody to have the same schedule. But I do like my 3 simple rules. And so I left that on my sample so you can copy those if you're wanting to grab those. I have my parents either sign a paper copy of the syllabus just to show like, hey, I read all this. So when you call me in December and say, hey, Bobby isn't doing anything, this is a problem, I can go back to that. I like the paper copy. I like the paper copy as a parent, but I also really like having a quick and easy way to just get them all done and be over with, because I'm about to have 2 kids in junior high, or a kid in junior high and a kid in high school, and I'm going to be 14 of those the first night of school. No thanks. So I completed a Google form that basically asks some questions like all the same syllabus things, has the syllabus on there, but then it has things like, tell me about your kid, and what does your kid like to be called? What can I do to help make this an amazing year? How can I help you? And I like those. And I always have the first 5 online forms that are returning class and the first 5 syllabuses that are returning class. So 10 for each class. So like half the kids basically in a class can be entered to win a drawing. And usually I just do like a Dr. Pepper out of my fridge and a homework pass. Homework pass is totally different thing. It's basically like a little card, and they can give it to me instead of doing a 10-point daily assignment. Easy peasy, doesn't cost me anything. They probably don't need the 10 points if they've been good enough to get the homework pass anyway. And it makes their day. It's easy and free. So gotta love those. So I did a QR code for my form, and it got me to thinking like, wait a minute, these QR codes are kind of handy. So what else can I use that for? So I went to my Amazon wish list and got the link and created a QR code for my Amazon wish list. So my Amazon wish list, I try to update throughout the year for parents that want to like, hey, I know my kid needs more supplies. What should I get? And I can say like, well, we're all good on notebook paper, but we really need this, and you can order it on Amazon. So I have that little guy there. But then I've got this guy up here at the top that is for the 7th ELA class. Now, my 7th ELA class and my 8th grade ELA class have different websites within our school site. So what I've done here is use the QR code generator, and I've linked it to that. Now, it gets cool, so hang with me. So this QR code, whenever you scan it, will send you back to our school website. I'm going to pop over there right quick. And when you follow the QR code for that particular one, it's going to send you to the class here. So there's my guy. Okay. So here I've got a copy of the syllabus is linked here, some other information, basically what my syllabus says. And I've got my supply list for those moms that don't really want to wait until Meet the Teacher Night to get their stuff. I, right now, and in the past, I've had one middle schooler who gets their list for school supplies on the first day of school, and one elementary kid who's supposed to show up to Meet the Teacher Night with all their supplies. I'd really rather do it in one trip. If I could do it in a Walmart pickup, that's even better. If Amazon can deliver it to my house, that's more amazing. So what I did was I went to Walmart, created a wish list, and made it so that parents can click one spot on Walmart and add it to their pickup order for the week. So when you click this link here, it's going to move to my list and it'll show them what they need. And I'll move through that in just a second. But I just want to say it does work best on a computer or Chromebook. My mobile device, the QR code is just sending me to the Walmart landing page, and it's making me really angry. But if we click this link, it sends me straight to the supply list for this course. Even as a parent, this was super. I sent my mother-in-law the link, and she is very like, the woman needs 2 quarters, okay? But she was able on her phone in a text to click the link and hit add all to cart and add all $7 of the supplies they need for this course to the class. Now, I say $7 because there are things in there that my students are going to use for other classes, like pencils and highlighters and stuff like that. So, I mean, they're breaking it down like that. But you can add all to the cart, or they can go in and add each individual item, set it up on your pickup account on your work computer. It takes like 30 seconds to do it. And I wanted to show you how I created that so that you can create it for yourself. So if you give me just a second, we'll pop back over to another screen and we'll get started on that. Okay, sorry about that. I had to plug in. So just to get started here, let's talk about how to do this. I'm going to go back to my items and my list, and you just basically create a new list, and it's like school supplies. So we'll just do a quick few things here. Let's see. Here's where you can search, or you can just add items. I'm going to move my face out of the way for a sec. Okay, so I know that my kid needed loose leaf notebook paper. Add to the list. It's added it, right? So those are things that I can do there, but I can also search up here and do like loose leaf notebook paper, wide ruled. There we go. Even if you don't spell it right, it adds it. I want to do store availability and do the local store. That is something I had to go back and double check because I sometimes pick up at a different store. Okay, so I see this. This is something I need. I'm going to click on this. This is what I want my kids to bring to class because I don't really care if their paper is like high quality. I just want them to write. So I'm going to go down here. Instead of adding it to the cart, I'm going to add it to my list. And I'm going to choose that list from my drop-down options. So once I've got, let's add another couple of things. Let's pick some good pencils, gold pencils. Because, I mean, seriously. And if you're wondering, like, why good pencils? Just trust me. There's that moment where the kid gets up to sharpen their pencil one too many times, and it's not worth it, friends. It's not worth it. Okay, again, my availability is set to, like, everything on the internet. I don't want that. I want it to be able to be picked up from my parents. So I've got to go in and click that again. Because I want them to be able to do this in their Walmart pickup and for it to be easy. And I'm a cheapskate, so I'm going to say 24 for 4 is way better than 24 for 5. So let's click on this guy. And you do it's kind of annoying because you have to go through and shop for your kids every item that you want them to get. But, I mean, if you're teaching elementary school, it's not too bad. So add to list. And if you're teaching middle or high school, you probably don't want them to get that much anyway. So add it to my school supplies list. Yada, yada, here we go. Okay, cool. Now I'm ready to share my list with my family. So I'm going to go to my box over here and go to lists. And let's say this is the item I want to share with my students. So I'm going to use the collaborate button. This is where it gets a little scary. So we want to actually add collaborators and copy the link. They have to be collaborators so that they can see it. View only isn't working because, of course, it's not. So copy the link. Then open up your favorite QR code generator. This is mine. I just use QR code generator with dashes.com. And I have a free account. So here's where you're going to go in and do your cool stuff. I have the free account, so I can add like frame text here. But you can also just do like a plain Jane situation. So I'm going to create a plain one, create the QR code. I got to log in. Hang on. There we go. Okay. I want to link to a website. Sweet. You can click on that. And I tried linking to my list directly here, and it wasn't working. So instead what I did was I went to my school site. I used my WinGauge is what we have, so you can kind of like go back in and mess around with it. I don't remember what this one's called. But on my page, I added the link, and that's where I copied my link for my school supplies folder that I just did a copy and paste from Walmart. So now I've got that typed in there, and I want to have a QR code that comes back to this actual page. So on my brochure, because I couldn't get that QR code to go anywhere within Walmart's website, I put the link on my school site. Then my school site is actually what I've made as my QR code. So I'm going to make that now. So we're going to go to next. Then we're going to punch in our stuff here. And we're going to name this 8th ELA. Maybe. I want to type here. Okay. 8th ELA. Okay. So I want this to go to my 8th grade ELA page. Once they land on that 8th grade ELA page, then they can go to the Walmart list. So it's several steps in one here. So we're going to say next. And I do want this one to have the logo, and I want it to say 8th ELA here. And then I'm just going to download it. And we'll see it pop up. And we save it. No big whoop, right? Then, let's say you're really ambitious and you have the Teachers Pay Teachers pamphlet awesomeness. So we're going to go over here and we're going to add it in. So we just do the old insert image, upload, pick the one we just made, and it comes in ginormous. So just resize it to fit what you need. But from here on out, parents will be able to scan this little QR code, jump right to, oh, that doesn't make sense. Let's put 7th on the left and 8th on the right. There we go, Mrs. Wooldridge, pull your head out. Okay, so now I've got this little doodad, and parents can snap it anytime, go straight to their class webpage. And this year, my goal is to add more pictures to the class webpage as we go. So hopefully this will serve for them to like jump right quick, show grandma a picture of what they did in class, and we'll see. Anyway, I hope this helps. I know it was kind of like bouncing around. If you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And as one of my kindergartners always said, comment, like, and subscribe. Have a great day.